progression that I think would be good to go over. And it goes great with the F and the G, back to C. The old 1, 4, 5 there, right? C, F, and G. But I'm doing a chord progression at the beginning that's a really neat walk down. And if you look at my fingers, you can't hardly tell what it is that I'm doing. But I'm going to show you today so that you can learn how to do this as well. Okay? All right. But before we get started, I have a road trip coming up. And I'm so glad I got over that cold now. And I didn't get it. And I guess it's like a week and a half from now. I'll be on this road trip going down Southern California to several guitar stores. And hopefully videotaping them if they'll let me. And I'll be able to share those experiences with you. It should be a lot of fun. That's coming up week of the 11th of May. And so it still gives us time to plan. If you know of any stores down there that I might not have on my list or you think would be fun for me to go to, send me a note or you can just write a comment on this video. I'll make sure it gets on my list, and if I can work it in, I'll definitely go to it. So this is one of 2 road trips I'm going to do this year. Lord willing, we'll do this on the 11th, and then coming up somewhere around August, I'm going to go east and go back to the Missouri area and Tennessee and through there and some places that we've never visited before. So it should be fun. And why am I doing this? Well, I like to visit the old mom and pop type stores. They're little by little, we're seeing them close. And there's nothing like a family-owned guitar store. Now, it's not that I'm just going to go to those. I will go to some of the famous, well-known, larger ones, but I just don't want to go to the warehouses. I want to see, these unique guitar stores and these mom-and-pop-owned guitar stores and share those experiences with you. So that's coming up. So stay tuned for that. You'll be getting, hopefully, daily videos on those road trips. And, of course, if you're a member, you'll be getting other types of videos from those trips, maybe a little more scenic, personal type videos to share with you on the membership page as well. So it should be a lot of fun. Okay, so let's get into this little chord progression. And I'm sitting here with my Mackenzie Marr, my little baby boat. This is such a great guitar. And believe it or not, I still have not totally installed that pickup that I have here. It's a Fishman, a single coil. But I have the jack here, and I just need to drill it and get it put in there. I've just been so busy doing so many different things, I haven't gotten to it. I really like the sound of it. It's very natural. I was going to put it under the saddle, but I'm perfectly happy with the Fishman sound hole pickup here, so I'm going to use that. Right now I have this going out to a Fishman AFX. It's a little pedal, then to a DI, and then out to my Bose. The reason why I'm using the Fishman AFX Pro EQ, they call it, is that I'm boosting the mid-range on this guitar a little bit on the pedal. I can't really, the Grace technology that I use for DI, it has a high and a low, and that's it, and a gain. So you can manipulate those, and you can get some good sound out of it, but it's nice to have, I have put this mini with it so that I can do a little extra tweaking, and I think it sounds great. Anyway, so here we are, and if you're curious, let me just turn off the pedals, okay? So now what you're going to hear is just a microphone. You hear the difference? Now let me just turn back on my pickup and the mini EQ, just boosting that mid. I think it sounds So let's get started on our chord progression in the key of C. And so we're going to make the C chord just the typical C chord that everyone does. And you see the chord chart, and most of us know how do you do that one. There, you know, some people, what they like to do is they like to pick up that G note down here. So they'll take their ring finger and use their pinky for the string 5. And I do that sometimes if I want to pick up a little more bass. But for this, we're just going to do plain ordinary old C chord. And what I'm doing is I'm picking strings 3. Well, actually, I'm going to break the rules today. I'm picking strings either 3, 2, 1 with these 3 fingers, but as I get into it, I'm going to slide up and I'm going to pick 4, 3, 2 with these 3 fingers and use my thumb to pick up string 5, okay? And for the chord progression. As we move into the F chords and the G chord, I'll use my thumb on the 6th string as well. So you kind of have to watch it. I've got this here so you can see it. But it is pretty simple because it's set up so that when you do this C chord, it's just all in a row. Just 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's all it is. Strings 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Right? Okay. So now we got that down. Now when I go to the next chord, I moved these 3 fingers up to the 4th, starting on the 4th string instead of the 3rd string. So it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, instead of 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, got that? I can't believe I got that out without making a mistake. I might have. Okay, so we're going to start out with this picking the C chord. We're going to go to the next chord, which is actually like a C suspended, okay? And I'm not sure if I have the actual name for it, but what you have to do is leave these 2 fingers here, right? And the 1st finger, which is right now holding down the 2nd string, has to reach over and grab 2 strings. It's got a string, pick up string 3 and 2, okay? You got to get those 2 in a row. Might feel awkward. See that? Instead of it picking up that, it's now picking up 2. So you got C, or you have C. Got to get the right English here too. Got that? Okay, now that's going to take a little bit, but you got, if you work at it, and if you struggle with it, get yourself a capo, and capo up like on the, well, go to the 4th fret maybe, and bring it closer to you, and your strings, this actually lowers your strings a little bit, and practice it that way until you build strength and get a muscle memory. Okay, so I just got a phone call, so let's go right back at this again. So where were we? We were talking about, you know, an option for practice is, you know, set a capo in place until you get your chord formations down. And it's a little easier because it's closer to you. You know, you can see a little bit better without, you know, totally moving things over like this and looking like this. Keeping your guitar upright, you can kind of see a little bit better. It's actually a little more comfortable, and the strings aren't as hard to press down. So give it a try, and then when you get through practicing like that, remove the capo and go back up and learn in this first position. Okay? So where were we? We did the first C chord, then we went to the C sus, and now we're going to go to what's called a C6, or you can call it an A minor over C. And I'll show you why in just a minute. So the C6, it looks like this. You play the C chord, You got to put that first finger back on the second string, and you roll over the middle finger so that it picks up the third string so it's playing two strings now. Okay, so again, it's a little tough, but if you work at it, you'll get it. If you repeat it over and over again. It's not something I'd want to learn on a 12-string guitar. And if your action is super high, that's going to be tough too. So if you've got a really nice setup on your guitar, it'll make it a lot easier. Okay. Sometimes it's not you, it's your guitar. So if your strings are too high off of the fretboard, you're going to run into a problem with this. Okay. All right. There's a C sus. Now we got our next chord, which is C6, where we rolled over. See that? That's all I'm doing. Got a C chord and I'm rolling over. Okay, and I'm playing strings 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, all right. So now that we've got that, so we got the very next chord in this progression is a C7th. So we go from a C6 to a C7th, which is just the C chord, and take your pinky and put it on the third string, third fret. And that is the main part of that progression, okay? So you got C, C sus, C6, C7, all right? And if you work at that, it'll strengthen your fingers a lot. And it teaches you to play more than one string at a time. I know it's tough. Sometimes it's even tough to play the F chord like this, because you're picking up two strings, okay? But it's a good practice. And I think it sounds good. Just an F, G, C, and I'm barring it. And when I do bar it and I play F and G, I'm moving my thumb up and no longer playing the 5th string like I was for all the other chords. I'm playing the 6th string, and I'm playing 4, 3, 2 with the fingers. And if you want, you can emphasize the bass notes. So take that, work on it, and I know it might take a little bit because it's tough on the fingers. But like I said, get yourself a capo, practice that way, and then go back to the first position. Don't not go back to the first position, okay? Because I don't want you to be at a place where that's all you want to do is play with a capo on your guitar. If you have to do that, then you need to go get your action checked on your guitar. You should be able to, if your guitar is set up right, and I don't care if it's an inexpensive guitar, you can get it set up well. And if you can get it set up well, it'll work with you, and you won't have to work so hard. Okay? All right. So, with that in mind, I was going to show you when I said this is the C6. The reason why I said that was because when you roll that middle finger over, you're creating an A minor right here. So it's actually an A minor chord. And you could play the A minor if you want, and then just take your pinky finger and reach over here and pick up the 3rd fret, 5th string. It's the same chord, it's just you're doing it differently. Instead of this, you're doing this. Okay, same chord, same C6 or A minor over C. It's just done differently, that's all. And you might find that easier. So it would be like this. But it's a little slower in getting to it because you have to go from. That's why it's so much easier just to do. Just roll over. Okay? All right. Okay, I'm going to leave it right there and let you work on that. And I hope you find some joy in working with these chord progressions, and that you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are in this world. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. All right.